Melle Mel responds to Eminem with a diss record that ain't pretty. What up, world? Your boy Charles Brown back again, talking facts. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell. Rah! Melle Mel is back, y'all. Y'all know what time it is. It's time to get busy. And what I want to talk about is this crazy 1 minute and something seconds diss response to Eminem that Melle Mel has been teasing us with for years. I believe he said he wouldn't even, he could take out Eminem with one bar, if I'm not mistaken. Something about it wouldn't take him no time at all to dismantle Eminem. So here we are. Eminem came back and retaliated against Mel for all these years of talking mad crazy. Said he was on roids and a whole lot of other stuff, right? He dissed Melle, he dissed Game, and he dissed some other guy, right? But we're not here for none of that. We're not here for none of that. I got a lot to talk about. First of all, I'm going to do a lyrical breakdown of everything that Melle Mel responded. Because when Eminem dissed him, everybody was shocked and stunned, including myself, that Eminem will respond to the great legendary Melle Mel. And what I want to say is, I made a video literally 2 years ago, and that video is back in circulation, is blowing up, because what I said two things in that video, and I'm always right, except this time I wasn't, because I said that Eminem would never respond to Melle Mel because he didn't have to. We all knew that Eminem, and I was 100% right, Melle Mel had no chance of beating Eminem in any world, any type of scenario, any situation. There was no chance that Melle Mel was going to beat Eminem unless maybe Eminem wrote the rhyme himself, right? I was right about that. But what I was wrong about was that Eminem would never respond to Melle Mel. I'll own that. A lot of people in my comments on my other video saying this didn't age well. And it didn't age well because I felt that Eminem had way too much respect for Melle Mel to respond. I obviously was wrong, right? It's not that he don't have respect for Melle Mel. It's that it's battle, it's rap. He took a shot. He took several shots. He's been taking shots at Eminem for years, right? I believe Eminem also got a Lil Jamar on that, and the other guy that I was talking about earlier. And these guys keep taking shots at Eminem, and it's mainly over whiteness, right? Which is a whole nother topic. I'm not even getting into whiteness, da-da-da-da, but I am going to get into rap. When you rapping and these bars are a part of what you're supposed to be doing. White, black, yellow, green, purple, blue, pink, whatever your color is, your bars better be the equivalent of what we say is popping, or we're going to get you out of here. We're going to call you washed up, right? Melle Mel responded to Eminem. And the song ain't even called, it don't have no name. It's called Melle Mel Responds to Eminem. I go on Twitter today and I see Melle Mel Responds to Eminem. I'm scared to click it because I already know. I clicked the Eminem one when he was dissing Melle Mel in the first place reluctantly because I already knew. You know what I'm saying? I already knew what it was going to be. And he dissed him and he said a couple things I wouldn't expect him to say, like the roids and this and that. Quite a few slick lines in there. But I already knew it was going to go down party lines. Melle Mel hadn't responded yet. So all of the pro-black, right, like super pseudo old school heads was going to say, this ain't it, chief. They was going to say, this bars is whack. You can't touch the god, Melle Mel. I already knew that, and that's exactly what happened. All of the old school heads, for the ones that's left online on Twitter that could still get the phone up and start to type and da-da-da-da, right? They can figure out how to get on Twitter, which is formerly Twitter, is now X, and actually say something. They're going to say something against this man simply lyrically because he's white. So they went right in, start saying, oh, he's white, da-da-da, he can't be, he been washed up for years, he ain't made a hit. So whatever, right? I already knew that. So I was like, it doesn't matter what he said. But I was waiting for what Melle Mel was going to say. Because I had a couple back and forths on Twitter with some guys telling me that Melle Mel could beat Eminem. And not only that, telling me that Eminem was trash and washed up. I was waiting for this response, but when it came up in my feed, I did not want to click it because the simple fact I already knew. I didn't need no old head to tell me, right? And I could call you an old head because I'm right there with you, right? I was there when Melle Mel was rapping. I was back in the day. Shaka Khan, all that, right? I'm from that era too. So I can call you an old head. But the simple fact of the matter is, I don't need no old head to tell me Melle Mel was going to get garbage-rized, right? He got garbage-rized. So listen, the simple fact of this, I said on my video 2 years ago, there is no way you can tell anybody out your face that you believe Melle Mel going to beat Eminem in any case scenario, shape, or form. I said that, and I also said on my video, you can go back and look. Even though I did say Eminem wouldn't respond, I did get that wrong. But I did say there is no way Melle Mel, he's not going to say it right. He's going to have a mad dated flow. His rhymes are not going to be good. I said there are two things that when you peel back everything of rap, it's only two things rap boils down to: what you say and how you say it. There's no other way around it. You could give me 100 different things. He got flow, he got style, his skill, his cadence, how you tell the story. No, it's two things. Everything you say gonna boil down to what you say and how you say it. No matter how you spin it and twist it and turn it into whatever. So what you say and how you say it, and I said Melle Mel is not going to say the right things in the right ways to win this battle. It's impossible. He can't, and it's been proven. He just dropped this diss record. Now, this is a sad day for a lot of dudes. Like, I'm not even talking about, it's before book bag, like backpack dudes. This is a sad day for the four-finger glove dudes with the jerry curls and the jean jackets with the shingles on them, the fringes and the cowboy boots and the sunglasses. This is a sad day for them dudes because Melle Mel just actually proven that he is garbage. And I'm going to be honest with you. Melle Mel has been talking a lot of junk lately. I'm going to be honest. Let's keep it a buck. I could say anything I want about Melle Mel because Melle Mel's been saying a lot of things about a lot of people. And about how he is the best and he's the legend and this and that and the third. I'm going to break down every lyric he said. And I'm actually going to tell you why I know why he said some of these things in this lyrical, this disaster of a record, right? And this is what I want to say. It ain't even as bad as everybody's making it, but it's bad. It's awful. But it ain't as bad as you think it is, but it's still bad. Process that for a minute. It's not as bad as everybody's making it. A lot of the young guys are judging it real fast. It's old flow, da-da-da. It's bad. Don't get me wrong. It's bad, but he got a couple double entendres in there. He got a couple, like, some cadences that he kind of... It's bad. Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna sit here and gas you. That is this record is anything but absolute old school trash. I can only name about 3 or 4 other record response disses. Let me see. That was garbage, right? You gotta give me some time because this is bad, bro. Like, it been some really, really okay. All right, Cameron, when he responded to Mace, that was pretty bad, bro. That was an awful response to a diss song. There's been quite a few. Who was it? The dude that responded to, my God, it was really, really goofy. I got to get back to you on that. But end of the day, this is probably one of the worst battle responses in the history of rap. We all know the best beefs. This is one of the worst because the simple fact, he had mad time and he had mad opportunity to slow down and make this record. Eminem responded to Eminem. I told you, Melle Mel dissed Eminem 2 years ago. And it just came up again right now, but that's not the first time he said this. And what are they beefing over? Somebody's top 5? That's what we really beefing over, somebody's top 5, right? So let me just state this. Melle Mel, and this is my opinion. This is my opinion. And you can say whatever you want. It's whatever you want to say. But the simple fact that Melle Mel been trashed since the 90s. I'm just keeping it 100% with you, to me. I haven't liked nothing Melle Mel has said or done since the 1990s. And I ain't even like nothing in the 90s. I think the last song I really liked from Melle Mel might have been his feature on Shaka Khan. And I didn't even know, none of us knew that was Melle Mel. Don't even lie and say you knew that was Melle Mel. Most of us did not know who the rapper was because they didn't say who it was. His name wasn't in the credits. I don't even think he's in the video. If he's in the video, you tell me. But that's one of Melle Mel's best performances. In the message, he had a couple joint white lines, this and that, da-da-da. But I'm going to be 100% honest with you. When Melle Mel was hot, I was still a little kid. And a lot of Melle Mel stuff that he gets credit for being so great on, I wasn't really feeling it like that. And I'm gonna be honest, I was listening to Sugar Hill Gang, so I wasn't that little, right? I remember when Sugar Hill Gang dropped. I remember when Run DMC dropped. Lovebug Starsky, Cool G Rock and all that. I'm sorry, Cool G Rap but Cool G Rap is later. Actually, I'm talking about Fat Boys, all that. I was there for that. So I could say Melle Mel is garbage or not. And a lot of people give Melle Mel a lot of the props, but I seen Melle Mel perform at the skating rink in my city, and they was trash. They was so trash, they got booed. And Melle Mel started telling us we didn't know what hip hop was, right? But I'm just telling, this is my personal opinion. And I know everybody want to say, I give Melle Mel the legend, da-da-da. He did a lot of firsts. He the first one rapping with Shaka Khan. That's the first R&B hip-hop collab, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody could correct me if I'm wrong, right? That went major, like, right? But in my opinion, I'm just going to be honest. A lot of the stuff Melle Mel been talking lately been a lot of trash. It been goofy, and he been saying a lot of stuff out of pocket, stuff that he has no business saying. Everybody can have an opinion, but when your opinion, you're making it like it's law, and you're saying it and repeating it over and over, and you know it's disrespectful, right? You can have an opinion without being disrespectful. Let's just say that. You can have an opinion without being disrespectful. And a lot of rappers, not just Eminem, a lot of rappers, Method Man, a lot of people been saying Mel been talking greasy to a lot of people. Mel been disrespectful to the up-and-coming rappers since the 90s, so this is nothing new. So we're not going to sit here and act like we can't say nothing about Mel when Mel been talking mad crazy. But I'm not going to hold you. What I'm going to do, right, I'm going to go through this thing line for line. Because I feel like Mel he don't have the sharp wit to even be on this national stage. That he's trending on Twitter. He don't have the mental capacity because his sword ain't sharp enough to be in this situation. This is why this record is getting clowned so badly, because Mel is out of his league. He stepped into a hornet's nest. Keep talking about this man. This man sliced him up real easily, just threw some couple jabs at him, and you come back with this lame response, right? And everybody's talking about how old school it is. And that's part of why it's so whack, right? Or weak. Like I said, it's not as bad as it seems, but it's trash. But the other part of it is what he thinks is a diss ain't even a diss no more. Right? He's talking about, yo, you get no supper. Like, right? Supper? What? First of all, what's supper? And then second of all, how is that a diss? So Mel's so old that he think of getting beat with a belt and getting no supper is a diss, right? That's how old Mel is. Mel is 62 years old, if I'm not mistaken. So he thinks that's a diss. He thinks a roach crawling out your book bag is a diss, right? Eminem got about 4-5 mansions somewhere. This dude don't know nothing about what you're talking about. It makes no sense to him or anybody else, right? But I'm going to go line for line, and it was painful to write this stuff down. And I'm an MC, so I'm telling you from an MC, I got music right now. You can go listen to it, say whatever you want to say, but I'm going to break this down as an MC, right? And I'm going to tell you why I feel some of this stuff is just Mel being old and not understanding that this not going to fly. And some of the stuff to him was hot. Everybody's like, why wouldn't one of his friends tell him? His friend's the same age. The damn engineer probably older than him. So they thinking this stuff is hot. So what I'm saying is somebody out there going to think this is good, but you're wrong. I'm being honest with you. Anybody that think this is good is wrong. It's just, you're wrong. I'm just going to keep it a buck with you. You think this is good, you're wrong. I'm sorry. So let me go line for line, and we're gonna break down the raps as I see it. It starts off, it's the one, I guess, right? It's the one. Then he goes, and it's like a bass line. Poof, no apologies. Poof. It starts off with some type of crash type of bass beat drum. No apologies. This ain't a disclaimer. I'm a king, a legend, the first Hall of Famer. He's right. He's one of the first Hall of Famers from hip hop. Making diss tracks. I know you with that. Now everybody get ready for the kickback, right? So this is old school at its finest. And back in his day in 1978, 79, this is murdering. And when he used to go around saying, I could get one line, one rhyme, and I would end Eminem's career, he believed it. But this is called delusion. And in Mel's world, delusion rules everything. Mel has been delusional for years. And in his world, This opening bar just killed Eminem's career. Some way, somehow, Eminem is laying there in pain. Oh my God, it hurts so bad. But I'm here to tell you, Mel, this is mad lackluster. This is what you would expect from a dude that's out of touch and out of shape with his bar game. So let me keep going. Why you hurt? Why you mad? Now you look bad, like a roach just crawled out your book bag. And he said it with such like confidence. In Mel's world, this is the worst thing that could happen. A roach crawling out of your book bag. Mel must forgot we all came up as a people. We better than this. People not really going around too much with roaches in their book bag. But to Mel, this is like crash test dummy hot. Like it's just everybody's dying, right? Let me keep it going. In a packed class, you lack class. Right there, listen, that's not a bad bar, I'm gonna be honest with you. Again, this is everything is mediocre. Let me just set the bar. This is a C- and below rap, right? In a packed class, you lack class, right? If it's said right, that's a better bar. It's not that bad. Go to bed with no supper because you gotta suffer the backlash. He sounds like a grandfather, which is I'm sure he probably is. A salute to his relatives. I don't mean no disrespect, but if you know hip hop, you know that you're going to get ridiculed for everything you do in hip hop, and this is one of those situations. So y'all, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what to tell you. The top 5 is Cap. You the piss that's on the floor in the elevator of rap. It's so awful. But listen, right? To Mel, this is hot. Pissy elevators. Book bags with roaches in them. No supper. This sounds like a nightmare back in the 60s and 70s, right? Let me keep it moving. Why you ducking the game? Why you ducking on the game? Why you shitting on my name? Why they put Pee Wee Herman in the Hall of Fame? God damn, Mel. Mel could have went and got somebody to help with this stuff. Pee Wee Herman, like, do you know what Eminem? Do you understand what this guy says about his own self? You can't out-joke this guy about his own self, dude. That's not the lane you want to go. I don't know. Maybe I'll do a video of what he should have probably said, but this ain't it. In the Hall of Fame, I will give you £1, but I break your hand. I got a lawyer so white, he would take your land. In Mel's world, all that strength in his arm, he could squeeze you and break your hand, right? To him, that is a diss, that he might break your hand. I'm trying to explain to you his mentality on these raps. That's why he wrote them. I got a lawyer so white, he would take your land, right? That's a play on, white people take the land, people land, right? It is terrible, but it makes sense in Mel's world. A lawyer so white, he would take your land. It's amazing in Mel, to Mel. Yo, check your man, come and look at your friend, because I think that Eminem is popping pills again. Call him Pill Clinton or either Pill Gates. What pill did homie take to make him hate the great? This is the thing. He did not hate Melle Mel. When I first heard the Pill Clinton line, Pill Gates line, I thought it was like, okay, that's not that bad, but it's not really that good either. And I was surprised that he came on about the pills. I was surprised. And he went a long way into the rap to actually get onto Eminem himself. Like, most of this stuff is made up gibberish. I'm honestly, I'm going to go on a limb. I'm going to say Mel already had this rap wrote. Mel already wrote this rap and he thought this was murder ball. He thought it was career ending. Mel might have wrote this rap years ago. I'm just going to be honest with you. This is how old people do. They write stuff and put it and tuck it, fold it up and put it in a drawer and leave it there. I think that might have been what Mel did with this rap. And it's so dated, he cannot have wrote this recently. Think you are, but you ain't. Still, you made a mistake. Hit a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What is an old school rap without somebody counting? Mel had to throw counting. But I'm going to say this. This is lazy. You counted to 8 where you could have just wrote a rhyme, a bar. You said hit a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But it's so old school that counting sounds hot in the old school. And I know some of these old school cats going to be mad. I don't care, bro. I'm sorry to tell you this. But it's just a fact. I was there in the old school and dudes was counting like a mug. I'm going to give your fans one more chance to go online and re-energize that bromance. After that, say your last goodbye. Because before I put Matthew's lights out, I'm turning off his fucking Wi-Fi. Another little kid, don't hate the greats. More white chalk, more yellow tape. Who that, Melle Mel. Eminem is pushing 50 years old. He's not a little kid. And I understand that to Melle Mel, Eminem is a little kid. But if Melle Mel is 62, he's not that much older than Eminem, about 12 years, right? And that would constitute a little kid unless he's a grown-ass man that's been in hip-hop for over 20 years. So at that point, he's not a little kid. And the little kid bar doesn't play well. I'm just sorry to explain that to Melle Mel. I said over 2 years ago that Melle Mel is a hater and Melle Mel would not be a good battle for Eminem. Eminem set a little trap. He laid out a bunch of little snacks for a bunch of dudes to come and eat them. And Mel, the first one that walked up and ate the snack. The Game, and I said this when I did Game's album review, that, what was it, 20-minute, 10-minute diss about Eminem that he was doing Stan and that was not good either. I'm just going to be honest with you. They don't know how to attack Eminem. So they just attack him poorly. They have no idea what to do with him because their first attack, the reason they're so mad is because Eminem is white. You can't base a diss rap around somebody's skin color. You can't win with that. And that's where they started. And he didn't say nothing about him being white, to his credit. He didn't say nothing about him being white, but he didn't say nothing else either of substance. Everybody knows Eminem was on pills. He was taking pills. Half the people that's in the daggone comments is taking pills themselves, if not more than half. So they're not looking at that as a diss. The wordplay is not great at all. And his flow is not great. The beat is not great. Somebody old made that beat. And that's the problem. When they say hip hop is a young man's game, I hate that statement. But what they're really trying to say is you got to advance it in a certain way that it feels new. It's not that it's a young man game, because when you look at all the sales, it's the older guys like Eminem and Kendrick Lamar and Jay-Z. The older guys make more sales than the young guys. It's just a fact. So it's not a young man's game, but it's the fact of who can elevate it to make it feel fresh and new. Right? Mel did not make this feel fresh or new. He made it feel dated, old, cheap, watered down, lazy, and by God, it made it feel whack. And Melle Mel should be embarrassed, but he's not. I guarantee you he's somewhere unembarrassed, unapologetic, and somewhere completely at ease and at peace with what he dropped. And he's going to blame you, the consumer, for not recognizing how dope Melle Mel really is. Mel, you lost. You should have never put this out. I hope this was AI, but we all know it wasn't no AI. On that note, let me know what you think in the comments about this lyrical letdown from one of the greats, Melle Mel, right? And I'm going to leave it at that. CLBMG. Follow your boy Charles Brown on all social media. I'm going to catch y'all on that flip side. Let me know what you think in the comments. Peace.
CLB.